Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my continuing series of my shelf by shelf collection series overview. And this is shelf number 25. So let's get right into it. Starting off with Molokai, the story of Father Damien. So this is based on a true story about this priest who goes to this island, Molokai, and there's a leper colony there. And just he sees the conditions, and he tries to help out the people there. So pretty cool. Decent. Haven't seen it in a while, but it's pretty decent. Blackwater Gold with Ricardo Montalban from Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan and also Fantasy Island. This was a TV movie. Um, yeah, it was a TV kind of movie, adventure type of deal. Haven't seen it in a long time. Next up is Alfred Hitchcock: A Legacy of Suspense. So this one has it's a nice, pretty cool tin. Has 20 films. These are the silent era films. Yeah, and then it has also an exclusive documentary as well. So these are kind of cool. I like these little collections there. Pretty neat. There we go. Next up is Succubus: Hellbent. Yeah, this is pretty poor movie. Um, Horror comedy kind of deal. They're hit and miss with me for sure. Mostly miss. Titanic 100th anniversary collection. So in 2012, which was the 100th anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic, there was a whole whack of different documentaries and specials, and everybody got in on it. And Discovery. This was a pretty good edition. I've seen it anyway. It's still sealed, but I've seen it previously. Um, Two on a Guillotine. Um, this one features Connie Stevens. I think wasn't she a country singer? I think she was, and Cesar Romero. He was the original Joker in the Batman original TV series of the '60s. So yeah, this is from the Warner Archive collection. It's okay movie. Alicia Silverstone in The Babysitter. So yeah, typical babysitter kind of film. This is average, nothing special. Seen one, you've seen them all, right? This is a double feature: Escape Velocity and Interceptor Force. I don't think I've seen any of these. Look like they're obviously sci-fi kind of thing. I always pick up these. You see them in the wild, and you never come across them. These multi-pack kind of deals. Then we have another one, a triple feature. This is Severed Force of the Dead, Shallow Ground, and The Rage. I don't think I've seen any of these ones. They don't look too great. It's kind of a binge watch thing. Sometimes, you just throw them on and start watching them just to watch them. Ricky O, the story of Ricky, hilarious, over the top, kind of mix of martial arts and comedy. It's like this guy's in prison, and yeah, this is really fun. It's a fun movie, hilarious. The Woods Have Eyes. So this is like The Hills Have Eyes. So these guys go out. Yeah, so this is like a deliverance thing, right? So, these guys go out, typical movie, just to go camping or just to hike or whatever it is, and they're stalked by these crazed, like, inbred kind of people. Yeah, deliverance is the way to go, obviously. The Bunker, starring Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, so this was a TV movie as well, featuring the last days of World War II. Man, Anthony Hopkins, eh? Looks great actor. Kind of a crazy resemblance there. Severance, horror comedy. Again, they get all the praises and stuff on their DVDs, but yeah, average, probably below average. Inside Out. This is about this guy who he's a doctor or something, psychologist or something or other, and he goes into this town and he just wreaks havoc. He's just messing with the locals there. In particular, this one dude. Yeah, thriller, psychological thriller type of deal. It was okay. It was decent. The Rendering with the late Shannon Doherty. Yeah, this one she's a sketch artist for the cops, right? The police sketch artist, and her husband or something, if I remember, gets blackmailed by the guy she put away because of her sketches, and he kind of blackmails her to get himself out of jail, kind of thing, or go on parole or something or other. Yeah. I remember details of the movie. I don't remember if I liked it or not. Probably an average film anyway. Dragon Slayer. Used to watch this all the time as a kid, from '81, something like that. Yeah, fantasy adventure type of deal. It's cool. I haven't seen it in a long time though. Killing Season with Travolta and De Niro. Oh, what a combo! So there's these two guys who go out to go after this guy who's in the woods, going after one of their colleagues or something or other. Okay, nothing special. You'd think it'd be amazing with the cast, but it's not always like that. Tartan Asian Extreme, love that line. Memento Mori. This is also part of the. This is the Whispering Corridor series. This is the second film. Um, this is a good series, the Whispering Corridors. I saw them all. I think there was five, if I'm not mistaken, five or six. Um, school girls, all girls school, ghosts that haunt the place and stuff like that. Pretty good. I think this was the prequel of it. I don't remember exactly, but it was a cool series for sure. I love the Asian stuff. The Shortcut. So this one is a executive producer and Adam Sandler. I like how they throw that in, just thinking that it's gonna bring in more views. Adam Sandler, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so these guys they find a shortcut in their town or something to their house or something, and then they encounter some kind of urban legend or something or other. It's below average. It's pretty forgettable, obviously. A lot of movies though, but Pledges, horror comedy. Yeah, again, another one. More hit and miss. Stonehenge Apocalypse. So this is about these archaeologists who are digging under Stonehenge for some whatever reason, and they accidentally like activate this device that starts wreaking havoc on and start destroying um like civilization or whatever, something like that. Yeah, one of those. Fever. So this one, I don't really remember it. Is it this dude that lives in this apartment and he he thinks he may have killed someone? He kind of tries to convince himself that he did or something like that. Something there's a murder and that happens in the building and he's convinced that he might have done it or something like that. One of these psychological type of deals. Again, we've seen these type of movies before. Cachet. Now, this is interesting. This looks exactly like, oops, like Severance. Where's Severance? Severance is here. Almost looks the same, kinda. Not really, but anyway, just kind of noticed that actually. But this one was pretty good, actually. This is a more serious type of movie. Um, this couple gets stalked by this guy who has like who's filming them, or this is kind of like what was that 5150 Elm's Way? Was it that? It was a French film as well, and as this one is. Pretty good actually, pretty decent. I don't know if it's based on it or it's similar. Unhinged. So this is one of the ones that were banned by the British government back in the I guess in the '80s or whatever. Um, yeah, I mean it's gory for sure. Yeah, I can see why they did it at the time, right? But I don't know. Compared to some of the stuff nowadays, it's pretty laughable at the time that they went nuts over it. But 20 horror movies, Tales of Terror, four discs over 26 hours. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of these, but Echo Bridge, they released so many of these. These are good to pick up once in a while. These multi packs. Speaking of which, Bad Taste Theater presents Even Worse Than Evil, and this one has only four. Again, I don't think I've seen any of these ones. Last House on Hell Street I've seen. I don't think I've seen any of the other ones. I pick them up whenever I see them in the wild for sure. Chronicle. Yeah, this was big time hyped back in the day. Never saw it because of that, and then I ended up not seeing it. It's been forever. I like to revisit it though. The reviews have been generally positive. I think it's a pretty decent movie. It's just when they hype these movies, you just get so turned away from it, turned off by it. But next up, Ursula Andress, Stacy Keach in Slave of the Cannibal God, also known as Mountain of the Cannibal God. It's a funny movie, man. It's a good movie, man. The pig scene, yeah, yeah. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's a fun movie, man. It's Italian, right? Sergio Martino, yeah. Can't stop laughing. Anyway, Lawnmower Man 2, Job's War. It's also known as, has another name. Cyber, Cyber something. I don't know, whatever. Uh, I don't think I don't remember it. I don't think I saw the first one. That was pretty good, but this one I think was a lot worse. I think it kind of deferred me from watching it because people didn't have good thoughts on it. So, or I may have seen it. Who knows? Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. I haven't seen the Richard Donner cut, but I love Superman 2. What a great movie, man. I love the original Superman with Christopher Reeve. Awesome stuff. Kneel Before Zod. Yes. Awesome. Fun stuff, man. That's how you that's how you do it, right? Some of the stuff is okay nowadays, but that's where it's at. Maybe I'm old school. Could be that too. Cowboys and Aliens with Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford. What a combo, eh? Indiana Jones and James Bond. That's funny. Alien, obviously, Western type of movie. Aliens invade, and then you got these cowboys that kind of fight them off, kind of thing. Fun stuff. Not great. The Dark, Maria Bello and Sean Bean. If I remember this one, she's going to travel, I think, to Europe or something to meet up with her ex-husband or something, and then her daughter gets kidnapped in the midst of it during the trip or something, and then she's got to find him, and she gets the help of the ex or something like that. I think it was okay. It was okay. I don't remember it, but Agatha Christie's Evil Under the Sun. So this was a series of Peter Ustinov films, TV made for TV movies with all-star cast, featuring Hercule Poirot, the famous Belgian detective, James Mason, Roddy McDowall, Maggie Smith, all-star cast. This was a fun movie. There's a murder at this resort, and then he happens to be there. He's always happens to be there. Um, yeah, good movie. I liked all of his portrayals. Um, he wasn't in Murder of the Orient Express. That was Albert Finney. But what was the other ones he was in? I can't remember them now. The one on the train or on the boat rather. Anyway, War of the Worlds, the original. This was pretty cool. Mind you, the one with um, Tom Cruise. Brain farts there. That was good too. But this was fun. Hunting season. Yeah, I got it for $1. That's hilarious, or maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. But campers. Yeah. Again, one of the like a deliverance type of thing. These people go out camping or something, and then they get harassed by the locals. Yeah. Again, deliverance is the way to go. Ong Bak, the Thai warrior. This is a trilogy, actually. This is a pretty good, cool edition. It's a steel book, but yeah, this is this martial artist fighting underworld creatures or whatever. Yeah, one of those. I bought it to watch them. Never got to them. Heard they're pretty good. I'll have to check them out. The Job. Ron Perlman. Yeah, so it's about this guy who takes on this job, and then he quickly realizes it's actually a hit job. So yeah, I don't know if is it a it's not a comedy. Is it a comedy? It might be a comedy specifically, but there's comedic elements, I guess. Titanic. Yeah, this was a mini series, 4 hours, something like that. This was pretty good actually. They did a good job. There's been a bunch of these. Obviously, the Titanic film from '97 is probably the best of the bunch, but this is pretty good. Fangoria Fright Fest, The Haunting. So Fangoria got into, film distribution kind of thing, and they produced these 8 films, and this was one of them. They were all pretty good. I didn't mind them. They're in different parts of the collection. Monster Fest, AMC. You got The Strangler and The Devil's Hand. I don't think I've seen any of them. But again, I picked these up because, you never know. You're never going to find them again. And sometimes they maybe turn out to be pretty good. The Vanishing. This with Jeff Bridges, Kiefer Sutherland. This is and Sandra Bullock. This was I think a remake of the Spoorloos, the Dutch movie that was years before this one, 3 or 4 years before this one, which is also The Vanishing, aka The Vanishing. So this was a remake. I haven't seen this one. That movie is pretty awesome, actually. It's subtitled, of course. You have to read it, but it's really good. I don't know if this is like, I don't think it's shot for shot. It might be similar, but yeah, it's. I'll have to check that out actually. Misbegotten. Yeah, so this one is about a couple, this typical thing, but they find out that the kid was in they used IVF, I think, and it was from the sperm of a psycho killer or something like that. I don't know. It gets kind of wacky. This one, I don't think this was that great. Another similar theme, Blessed. Yeah, typical. Kids have I think this one is twins, I think, and they're both demon babies kind of thing. Yeah, havoc ensues. I think it's a little bit better than the previous one. Kiefer Sutherland, speaking of him again, in 24. This is the complete final season, season 8. This is a fun series. Used to, this was big hype back in the day, and saw a bunch of them, a bunch of episodes here and there. Never seen the full run, but I do have it, and I like to binge watch it. Actually, go back and kind of watch it. It's pretty cool. Ghost of Mars, not my favorite Carpenter movie. This one's average. Um, okay cast, but yeah, I don't know. Kind of moves slow. I don't know what it was. On the other hand, this one with Sam Neill is fantastic, and dare I say, it's one of the best ones. It's up there. Everyone goes on Halloween, but it's got to be up there. This fantastic movie, psychological, really good performance. Dead Awake, Stephen Baldwin. So this is about this dude who has a chronic insomnia, and then takes walks in order to kind of help with it, and he ends up witnessing a murder. This is kind of like that movie Bedroom Eyes from the '80s. It was a Canadian movie about this runner who would go out and run every night, and he'd peek in this girl's house or whatever, and then he ends up witnessing murder as well. So I don't know. It's probably not based on that. It's very similar movies, but yeah, it's average. That Bedroom Eyes 2 was average. Fun movie though, but it's average. Um, Hollywood Horror Collection, Killer Creature Double Feature, Screaming Skull, The Werewolf versus Vampire Woman. Yeah, I've picked these up over the time. There's a bunch of these double features, and they got the green colored disc. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool little collection. They're not numbered or anything. They just released a whole bunch of these. I don't remember when. At some point. Undead. This is Australian zombie type of movie. I think it was okay. I don't think it was anything great. I don't think it was like terrible, but I don't think it was that great either. So yeah, coming up to the end here. Sinister 2. It was okay. It's a big drop off from the first one. Sinister is it's a really freaky movie. It's a really good movie. Um, this was okay too. But you always get the inevitable fall off. Not always, but sometimes, usually. And last up here is Andy Garcia in The Unsaid. Um, yeah, psychological thriller type of deal about this a psychologist, and his son did his son commit suicide or something, and he meets up with this patient and there's a connection or something like that. One of those type of movies. From what I remember, I don't remember if it was. I think it was okay. I don't think it was anything too special, but I don't think it was terrible. But yeah. All right, guys, that's going to do it. That's another shelf, an eclectic selection of different type of films. But yeah, join me on the next one and we'll do it again. Take care.